So students, as you know, today we are going to discuss about the excretory system. So first I start with a question that which of these is or are excretory organs of our body? A is kidney. Uh, yes, you are in hurry, very much hurry. Read carefully one time again. Which of these is or are excretory organ or organs of our body? Lungs are not, skin is not, skin not. Yes, is also okay. Skin is also our coming excretory organ. So please don't confuse about this. I'm just uh, want to discuss about it and a very you can say conception about it that why we are called kidneys only excretory organ, lungs not, skin not. Okay, so there is some difference about it. So kidneys, you all know that in the form of urine excrete. Okay, and from lungs mainly carbon dioxide we eliminate, and from skin you know that sweat and some kind of salt also. Okay, so when we talk about them, why we are not including alimentary canal in, because egestion also comes in it. We are not include alimentary canal in because egestion is just a product, or you can say that these are just a waste material, okay, which comes out from after the undigestion of food. Okay, but in case of kidneys, lungs and skin, you know that these are the metabolic products. Okay, so kidney forms these urine, also a metabolic product, and from lungs which uh, uh, CO2 goes out, it is also a metabolic product of respiration. Okay, sweat and salt also a kind of metabolic products, you can say waste products. So that's why we are called them as these are the excretory organs. And only that time question also comes that anyone can ask you that out of four, which is not excretory organ? So you can say B1, alimentary canal. Okay, except alimentary canal, both three are our excretory organs. So from your lower grades, you already know the structure of kidney. Okay, so this type of structure, I hope you already seen it. So if there is a you know that two bean-shaped kidney are found. Okay, in human beings. If you talk this about this is the structure of kidney, and two ureters are binding them. Okay, which comes into the bladder. Okay, which joins the bladder. Whenever the bladder is filled with urine, okay, it's just passed through the urethra. Okay, and if we talk about the other functions, there is, you can see, okay, one renal vein and renal artery also here, and aorta and vena cava also. Okay, what are their roles here? You know that we already read about in the circulatory system. Okay, about these as we know that these whenever we called about the vein, okay, it is related to the pulmonary vein or inferior vena cava. Okay, so in this renal vein, okay, which joined this kidney. Okay, you see here it is joined with the kidney. Okay, it comes the deoxygenated blood, okay, into the kidney, okay, for purification through inferior vena cava. Okay, so try to understand these things. It comes the blood from the inferior vena cava, okay, through this renal vein. And when we talk about the artery, okay, sorry, it is unmuted. uh, so when we talk about the renal artery, you know that it comes from the arteries. Okay, so this joint here, okay, this joint the aorta. Okay, these joined by the aorta. Okay, you know that this is the largest if you say the artery of the heart, which joint, and it supplies the oxygenated blood to the kidneys. Okay, so these are the joined by them. Okay, so I hope you understand it very clearly, because we uh, do a lot of discussion on it in the previous chapter of uh, circulatory system. Okay, so this is the if you say that just a normal figure of a kidney or structure. If you see some functions of kidneys also you have to read in this chapter. So first or foremost function of the kidney is the blood purification. Okay, so you all know that blood contain our main connective fluid, okay, or which contains many metabolic wastes in it, okay, in the form of gases or other things. So blood purification is much needed, okay, as we know that when we eat some food after respiration, mainly carbon dioxide and other gases also formed, okay, which are harmful for us, so their elimination is needed from the body. So blood purification work also done by these kidneys also. Okay, so for this you know that a kidney approximately in a day we just excrete out the 1 to 1.5 liter of urine. Okay, so this is done by the kidneys first thing. When you go through your book you can understand more better. Then waste elimination also done by kidneys. Okay, through urea, you all know that human beings are urotelic. Okay, so we excrete in the form of urine, and then maintaining fluid balance of the body. Okay, one whenever you go to higher classes or read about further things, I don't know in your book given or not, you read about the feedback mechanism. Okay, so you know that kidney only eliminate the excretory products in the form of urine. Okay, so it reabsorb. Okay, one phenomenon occur in the kidney which reabsorb the fluids which needed to our body. Okay, sometimes I feel that if you not get good amount of water in any day, so you excrete a few more because some fluids are needed to your body also. Okay, so these things also done by, or these three main functions of kidneys. It is also you can say that footnote for you that kidneys pump around 400 gallons of recycled blood every day. Okay, so you can also understand that after heart, kidneys are also a very much helpful organ for us. Okay, and important if you say that important uh, system it was. Okay, so 400 gallons means it's approximately about the 15 liters. Okay, 15 liters of blood uh, recycled by the kidneys every day. Now if you see the structure of the human kidney, okay, this is which you have to read in your book also. If you see the structure of kidney, okay, it has one most outermost, if you say that its first foremost covering is that it is cortex. Okay, it is mainly first thing it is in its structure is cortex. And if you say that these are the pyramid shaped, okay, it looks like the pyramid shaped and a very beautiful structure. It is not same look like, but it just look like it. Okay, so medulla, it is called as the medulla. And there is a region which is known as the renal pelvis. Okay, we read about in detail about them after a few time. Then ureter, you know that these are the two which uh, two pipe like structures which you just join to the urethra. Okay, then or urinary bladder first, then it comes to the urethra. Renal vein, you already knew about it. Renal vein is joined by the inferior vena cava, and this renal artery, okay, join the aorta. Okay, so these are the structure mainly found within the kidney. One more thing is here. When you zoom out, okay, see the structure carefully. When you zoom out this one kidney, okay, its part, okay, when you zoom out it's only one part, so it is mainly consist of this the nephron. Okay, which is the main function unit. If we talk about, sometime question also asked, this is the main function unit of kidney. Okay, when you see its structure, okay, it is in human being, if you say about in your two kidneys, millions of the nephrons are found. Okay, so suppose you have to wonder, you can wonder that in these structures only, okay, in these structure, this structure, the purification of blood or urine formation is take place. So you can understand that how beautiful it was that just in these millions or millions cells, okay, and this is a single this type of cells uh, just making the urine, okay, and renal pyramid is called because these are look like a pyramid structure, okay. So when you zoom out this cortex and medulla, you find the structure of this nephron, and when you see this single nephron, okay, it has these type of many structures are found in it, okay. So these type of many structure is found in it, and we discussed about it. So students, this is the structure of a single nephron, okay, which is the main functional unit of kidneys. Now you can understand that how it is made up of and what are the processes take place within it, okay. So first, if you see here, okay, one Bowman capsule, sometimes question also asked about it. So if I make just this structure, it looks like it, okay, it looks like it, its structure is like that, okay. These are the Bowman capsules, and it unite with it. If you see here, Bowman capsule, it just unite with this or just knot, make a knot like structure, okay, गांठ जिसे बोलते हैं हिंदी में, make a knot like structure here, okay, with the glomerulus, okay. It is the mainly capillary networks, okay. Here you can find the capillary networks of this afferent arteriole and efferent arteriole, okay. If you remember, in circulatory system we read about the arteriole, okay. These are the very thin artery cells, okay, and they joined here, and they arteries, one thing is there, afferent and efferent, okay. When you read through the chapter, you must come know understand these two terms, afferent and efferent. So afferent means come out, okay, means come, and efferent is, you can easily relate it with the exit name, okay. Exit means outer, okay. So it just the blood is come out through these afferent arteriole wide, okay, and efferent arteriole is exited or comes out, okay. From here comes out through the different capillary networks, okay, through the glomerulus, and it goes to the these tubules, okay. It's called as the proximal convoluted tubule. PCT is its short form. Okay. So whenever terms, if you read about the biology, proximal and distal. Okay, two terms are comes. So proximal means the anterior part. Okay, and the distal means the posterior part or distant part. Okay, so you have to come, you have to know it about. Okay, so these structures, these capillary networks are further goes into the these capillary network makes here loop of Henle, okay. Sometimes it is also called as Henle's loop, okay. After the name of scientist, Henle apostrophe s, okay. Henle's loop also called it as, you can see it is a U-shaped structure here, and it eventually comes out here, okay. Then it just lie above the, if you see here, one distal convoluted tubule, okay. Its short form is DCT, okay. So distal means you already know that this is the posterior part, okay. So when we talk about it, it's just the collecting duct, they forms a collecting duct, okay. They are just like this, if you put your one hand and second hand in the beneath with it, okay, just like that, they are not mixed with each other. If you see that the structure, they are just above, okay. This structure is above this, okay. This structure, this white one, when you read through it, and you can better understand about it. So these making the just if you see that through these Bowman capsule, okay, the excretory products are come here, okay. Then it comes to one connecting duct is formed by them, then urine is flow through the urethra, okay. So these are the structure, this is the structure of only one nephron, and the process, whole process of making urine unit, okay. In next week we go through the detail of the making of formation of urine in the kidneys, okay. So this is the main structure and sometimes questions also asked from this. Okay, so you have to at least understand the full forms of these, and what are the Bowman capsule, a loop of Henleys. Okay, and a glomerulus, what is the glomerulus? It is the capillary network of these. Okay, so you have to find out about them and try to correlate with the previous year questions also. Okay, because these are the important, because now you have only 2 or 3 months approximately. Okay, so now focus on how to gain the good marks. Okay, this is your main focus. Now whatever thing you do in your last few days, or I know don't know few months, now if you concentrate, then you can get the good marks also. Okay, because these are the main months in which you have to just focus on your whatever, how can you achieve a good marks. Okay, so just put your all efforts about them. Rest of it, leave the rest things and try to maintain these things. And if you go through the previous and questions, then you can understand, oh, from these topics are many questions are asked, so I have to clear these topics. Okay, and I find some confusion about them, so I can uh, call to sir, or ask to the sir about these questions, or I can also say these things. Okay, so whenever these terms are come, you can easily understand about them. Then if you say whenever more important fact for you, if the nephron in both kidneys are taken out and placed end to end horizontally, okay, end to end horizontally like this, they will cover a distance of 16 kilometer. So this is also a wonder that how these structure are just folded within the kidneys. Okay, so if you just take the both kidneys nephrons, okay, two nephrons, and placed in end to end horizontally, they will cover a distance of at least 16 kilometers. So based on today's topic, this is the normal one questions. The U-shaped portion of the nephron is glomerulus, loop of Henle, collecting duct, proximal convoluted tubule. If you see the structure of nephron carefully, what would be the answer? Yes. Okay, good. So loop of Henle, I already told you that this is a U-shaped structure is there. Okay, so it is known as the U-shaped portion of the nephron. Second question is the inner part of the kidney. Inner part of the kidney is called medulla, cortex, nephron, or ureter. Okay, first is cortex, then second one is medulla. Medulla is the right answer. Okay, nephron is the anatomy. When you talk about the just inner part, it's medulla. Now, if you give this answer, I hope you understand the chapter, the concepts well, whatever we read till now. Knot of blood vessels inside the Bowman capsules is knot of blood vessels inside the Bowman capsules. Nephron, glomerular, Henle's loop, or pelvis. No, it is the knot-like structure. I am also told na. It is glomerular. Okay. So node of blood vessels inside Bowman capsule. If you see the structure, it is they make a knot-like structure. गांठ जैसा बना लेते हैं वो. तो इसको बोला जाता है glomerulus. So now if we see, uh, so in this chapter you have to read about the excretory system. Okay, we just discussed about the elementary treatment of the structure and function of the kidneys. Okay, the kidneys are treated as the comprising cortex and medulla, and consisting of a branch system of tubules well supplied with tubules well supplied with blood vessels leading to the ureter. Okay, so you have to details of the courses of the tubules and their blood vessels, not required in this chapter. You have to, okay, not details, not going to the details, just about the functions and some about that. Okay, we already introduced about this topic. Okay, that what are the excretion, mainly elimination. You already read out from the lower grades that elimination of the waste product from the body is called excretion. Okay, and we already read about the different excretory organs also. Okay, so they are called as the accessory excretory organs. Main organ, if we talk about the kidneys. Then types of excretory products, we already discussed about that. Respiratory waste products, nitrogenous waste products, okay, which is include ammonia and other things. Then we talk about urea, okay, and we all know that it's common excretory products of vertebrates and some invertebrates also. Okay, vertebrates means human beings, also included in that. Then that's why if we remove the urea in the form of urea, it is known as the ureotalis. Okay, the animal which excrete urea are termed as ureotelic. So I'm just telling you that how you have to understand the things and how to have to you read. Okay, now because you have very less time, so try to understand more. Then one more thing is uric acid, okay, which is least toxic. If we talk about the among three nitrogenous phases, okay, this is very much less topic, okay, and mainly birds and reptiles, insects are excrete in the form of urea, okay, because you know that birds have to be fly and they can't get enough water, okay, that's why they excrete in the form of uric acid, and that's why they are called as uricotelic. Sometimes the difference between the names also, ureo means urea, urico means uric acid, okay, and in the form of mineral salts also, water, bile pigments also, which comes through the liver, you already read about it, okay. One thing is that don't miss out these important terms whenever you read through the chapter. Uric acid is almost insoluble in water and may get crystallized and deposited in the joints. It causes pain in the joint called gout. Okay, so sometimes if you already hear the terms, whenever an old age person comes to us, is called that it's a acid, uric acid problem. Okay, so this is the main thing, and excessive uric acid and certain salts like calcium oxalate are the sources of kidneys stones. Okay, so these are the main reasons for the kidney stones. Okay, first thing is uric acid, second is some uh, salts of calcium oxalate. Then we are going to read about the excretory system of humans, in which you have to read about the a pair of kidneys. We already discussed a pair of ureters, urinary bladder, and urethra. Okay, we discussed about in them. So all the organs which help the animal in excretion collectively constitute the excretory system. So about kidneys, okay, these are the normal things. These are reddish brown structure, and this type of thing not asked in the exam. Okay, you have to just know their size about. But these things you have to kept in mind that right kidneys is about 1 to 1.5 centimeter lower than the left kidney, because the right kidney is pushed downward by the large right liver loop. Okay, if you see in your right, okay, you already understand about it that right kidney is about 1 to 1.5 centimeter lower. Okay, so left kidney is little bit bigger. So like this you have to understand, and each kidney is about, if we talk about its approximately size, 10 centimeter long, 6 centimeter wide, and 3.5 centimeter thick. Okay, bean shaped structure, you already know that it is looks like the one pulse bean. Okay, so that's why it is called the bean shaped structure. So outer margin of kidney is convex and inner margin is concave. In the middle of inner concavity is present a notch called hilus. Okay, so this thing you have to understand in your mind that what are the main things are given on your chapter. Hilus leads to the spell called the renal. Okay, sinus, the renal artery, renal vein, nerve fiber, lymph vessels, and ureters enter or the leave the kidney through hilus. Okay, so whenever we talk about the hilum, okay, so all these things, renal arteries, renal veins, and nerve fibers, lymph vessels, and ureters enter or leave through the kidney through these hilus. Okay, or helium. And whenever, as you know, that the pulmonary terms relate to lungs, okay, and these renal terms relate to the kidneys. And when you read about the hormones, it is also secret these hormones also renal, that's why it's called that renal. So internal structure of kidney, if we talk about the internal structure, okay, then the number of tubules or these nephrons are come, okay, when we talk about the internal structure. So these are the very thin sheet of white fibers tissue called the capsule. Each kidney is about 1.25 million. Okay, that's why it is given also number 1.25 millions highly coiled tubules called uriniferous tubules or nephrons. Okay, so sometimes question also asked what are the other name for nephrons? Uriniferous tubules. These are the structural and functional unit of kidney. Each uriniferous tubule is blind at one end and opened at other end. Okay, where it opens into a collecting tubule. All the nephrons are held together by a connective tissue. These are also present a large number of blood vessels, lymph vessels, and nerve fibers. So mainly, when you think about the kidney, it always, if you say that this is a main, if you say that unit of the structural and function unit of kidney, and these are the nephrons are the main role of there. So we already discussed about their structure. Okay, about this structure. This is the longitudinal section of a man. And you already know that outer darker region is called cortex, whereas the inner light region is called medulla. Okay, so outer region is darker and inner region is lighter. So this thing also just remember in your mind when you talk about the structure of a uriniferous tubule with blood vessels. Okay, we already discussed about it. So some new things also are given. One thing I forgot to tell you that Malpighian capsules. Okay, it is also an important term when we talk about the kidney. Okay, so it is differentiated into two parts. First is Malpighian capsule, second is renal tubule. It lies in the cortex of the kidney. It is further differentiated into two parts. Okay, that is Bowman's capsule and glomerulus. It is nothing that you can say that in combined form these are called as Malpighian capsule. Okay, Bowman capsule and glomerulus. So you have to read about them in detail. Okay, as you know that these are the double walled and cup like structure. It's hollow internal space continuous into the tubule. Glomerulus, it is a knot capillaries present in a cup. I already told you that incoming blood vessel, it is formed by the capillaries of incoming blood vessels. Okay, that's why it is called efferent. E for exit, you already understand. And that of outgoing blood vessel, when we talk about the outgoing blood vessel, it is efferent arteriole. Okay, renal tubule, the open capsule leads into a coiled part of nephron called the renal tubule. Okay, we coiled part, if you see the structure. Okay, so this coiled part, when you see that structure, okay, these are the renal veins, these are the coiled parts. It is further differentiated, and these parts are which I already show in different figure. Okay, these are the PCT and these are the TCT. They are just differentiated here again. Okay, proximal convoluted tubule and distal convoluted tubule and loop of Henle also. So three parts are there. U-shaped. It consists of descending limb, a hairpin loop, and ascending limb also. Okay, these structures also found within it. And when we talk about the distal convoluted tubule, it is again highly coiled part found in cortex of the kidney. It opens into collecting tubule or collecting duct also. Okay, so mainly they are called as collecting tubule because the open ends of so many nephrons open into a wider tube. Okay, the collecting tubules extend from the cortex to the medulla. They are present in the form of groups called pyramids. Okay, which I already told you that they are called as a look like a pyramid. That's why they are also called as pyramids. The collecting duct, as the name suggests, okay, you already understand it. Collecting duct receives the contents of many kidney tubules and porous pours it as urine in the pelvis of the kidney. So when we talk about the blood vessels of kidney, okay, the kidneys are highly vascular organs. Every minute about 1200 milliliter blood flows through them. Okay, a large branch of abdominal aorta called renal artery supply blood to each kidney. Okay, I just told you in the shorter way. You can, if you go through in detail, you can easily understand it.